Good afternoon, guys. This is Ms. Hernandez, your school librarian, and I am going to be working with your teacher and you guys on your next research assignment you're going to be doing. And so one of the things I want to introduce to help you with this research project you're going to be working on is something that I refer to as the Big Six. The Big Six was created or come up with by two gentlemen by the names of Michael Eisenberg and Robert Berkowitz. And so part of this online lesson that your teacher is going to be running for you today, I have a very simple objective, and that is for you to learn a way to answer a question by researching information effectively by using this Big Six method. So there are 6 steps in the Big Six process to help you find information, evaluate it, process it, and then use it in an overall presentation. The first step is called task definition. The second step is information seeking strategies. The third one is location and access. The fourth one is use of information. The fifth step is synthesis, and the sixth step is evaluation. And I know that sounds like a lot, but we're going to break it down to you in a little bit simpler terms, and I'm going to get you guys a handout. We're going to watch some more videos, and we're going to make this really easy for you guys to understand. So the first step, when we talk about that task definition, that is you looking at the project that your teacher is assigning you and figuring out what exactly is the problem, what exactly is the question that I need to answer in order to do this presentation for my teacher, and then identifying what kind of information you're going to need in order to answer that question. And that kind of takes us into step 2, the information seeking strategies. So once you figure out what exactly the problem is, then you're going to need to figure out how you're going to answer that problem or answer that question. And there are a lot of different sources you can use today. You can use the internet, you can use books, you can use interviews, and that's just to name a few. So try to figure out what all kinds of sources you can gather the information from, and then out of all of those sources, what's going to be your best source to gather the information. Step 3 is location and access. So once you figure out what sources you're going to get that information from, then how are you going to access that information? Are you going to go to your local library? Can you use your phone by accessing the internet? What is the best way to locate it and find the information that you need? Or specifically the source that you need. Step 4 is use of information. So once you have that source, you need to read through it and determine what's the most important information. Take that information out of the source and then put it into your presentation in order to answer the problem that the teacher has given you or the question that she has. Fifth is synthesis, is taking all of that information you have, organizing it in a way that you can present it to your teacher. And then the sixth one is to evaluate your presentation before you turn in your project. So the library doesn't exactly have standards that we specifically teach, but we definitely support the teacher in the standards that they need to teach for you students. So there are 4 standards that I am going to be bringing up to you guys today, and these are research standards that you need to take into consideration. So the first one that we're going to be going over is our TEK, or State Standard of 110.16b 24a, and that is the student will follow the research plan to collect data from a range of print and electronic resources. Examples of those could be reference text, periodicals, web pages, online sources, things like that, or data from experts. The second research standard that supports the Big Six is going to be from the American Association of School Librarians 1.1.7. The student will make sense of information gathered from diverse sources by identifying misconceptions, main and supporting ideas, conflicting information, and points of view or bias. The third research standard that supports our Big Six is from Common Core, and that is going to be the ELA Reading Informational Text 5.7 standard. Draw on information from multiple print or digital sources, demonstrating the ability to locate an answer to a question quickly or to solve a problem efficiently. And the last standard is ISTE standard, International Society for Technology and Education. standard that we're looking at is 3A. Students plan and employ effective research strategies to locate information and other resources for their intellectual or creative pursuits. So remember, guys, a big part of this Big Six is giving you a way to research that information and process it so that you can use it within your project. So before we get started, I'm going to let you guys take a pre-assessment first so you can kind of think about some of the ways that you currently research and maybe what are the best ways to research ideas. And then we're going to get on to some other videos. I'm going to get you guys a handout. We're going to have a conclusion video. And when I see you guys in the library, we are going to get set and get ready to start researching. Okay? So also, before we cut to the pre-assessment, I'm going to show you guys my reference page real quick. It's always important for you to cite where you're gathering information from. Keep that in mind as you're conducting research and making notes of where you're getting your research from. Okay? And I will see you guys back here in just a minute. Bye.